Beta-glucan. I don't know, has anybody ever heard of the term beta-glucan? All right. Beta-glucan is a polysaccharide. Polysaccharide is a complex sugar. And that's important in the fact that a complex sugar, when it enters your body, it will not be digested by any of your digestive fluids. So it can actually bypass your stomach and get into your intestinal tract. Why is that important? Well, beta-glucan, and this is a reishi mushroom right here. Anybody ever heard of a reishi mushroom? That's a medicinal, one of the several medicinal mushrooms that are out there. And this is actually the mushroom of kings. They've known about this particular mushroom for over 2,000 years. People have been utilizing this mushroom and the offshoots of this mushroom for over 2,000 years and have had success in preventing issues when it comes to health, extending the life, extending the quality of life. And this is mainly over in the Pacific Rim areas, which I mentioned earlier. It's starting to get into the United States now, beta-glucans. All right, we talked about it. It's a polysaccharide. Where does it come from? Well, there's several different sources of beta-glucans, okay? Medicinal mushrooms is one of them. Where's this polysaccharide at? Well, it's in the cell wall of this particular medicinal mushroom, all right? That's where it's located at. You can also get it in oats. How many of you have heard Cheerios commercials say, eating a bowl of Cheerios every morning may help to reduce cholesterol, okay? That's because there's beta-glucans in oats, all right? We'll go into that a little bit deeper, why it can help prevent cholesterol. Barley, and then the big one is yeast. All your brewer's yeast, all the leftover yeast that's through the process at the local brewery up here in Syracuse, all that yeast byproduct has beta-glucans in it, in the cell walls of those yeast. And how does it work? Well, a beta-glucan, once it's ingested, goes into your small intestinal tract, where 75% of your entire immune system kind of sets up shop. The macrophages, which I showed you earlier, the type of white blood cell, they hang out in your small intestinal tract for the majority of their lifespan. Now, this beta-glucan molecule, if it's processed properly, extracted properly, and purified the right way, it directly interacts with your macrophages, okay? Your macrophage will have little pincers on the end of it. And if you have a beta-glucan molecule that fits into that pincer of the macrophage, it takes it inside and it tricks that macrophage into thinking that it just ingested a bacteria or a virus or a cancer. And so then it activates that macrophage. So that macrophage is no longer just sitting there dormant. It actually is activated and is out doing what it's supposed to be doing. That's roving your body to check for foreign invaders. It also sends out a chemical signal to the rest of your immune system saying, look, we have an invader, we need to be on alert, okay? So this is how something like this helps when you've got an immune system that's weakened, all right? It takes a weakened immune system that basically turns it on, gets it up to that healthy level. Now you say, all right, what about the alternative? Well, beta-glucan will also modulate an overactive immune system. So if your immune system is overactive and you have one of those nasty autoimmune diseases, it actually brings your immune system back down to a healthy level to where it's not attacking your own healthy cells. So beta-glucans, you got several different sources. Medicinal mushrooms have been shown to be the strongest of the sources. Again, you also want to look at the processing, how the beta-glucans are extracted from the cell wall. There are some out there that just use hot water or alcohol, and that denatures the molecule when it's extracted. So you want to try to stay away from hot water and alcoholic extraction processes. There is one that's out there that has a 17-year patent on it, and they extract through ultrasound. And it's such a unique way of extracting this beta-glucan particle that it was given, instead of a 7 or 8 year patent, it was given a 17-year patent. So that does not harm the molecule, the beta-glucan molecule, when it's being extracted from the medicinal mushroom. And that's important because you want a beta-glucan that is healthy and is at the right size so it interacts directly with the macrophage in your system. A healthy immune system will help you stay healthy, keep you from getting sick. Now, I've done research on this for over 3 years. My wife and I were the first guinea pigs to try some of this product that has the beta-glucans in it. I have not been sick in over 3 years. When I do feel like I'm coming down with a scratchy throat or a little bit of maybe sinus drainage in the back, I take a shot of beta-glucan twice a day. And it's in a powder form, so it's really easy to take. But that's something that can help you maintain your health. We've got several other people that we're friends with that we've introduced to beta-glucans, and they too have stayed healthy. Different issues, all ranging from high cholesterol. Understand, beta-glucan doesn't do anything. It's your immune system that does it. Immune system that's healthy can reduce your cholesterol count. It can reduce your high blood pressure numbers. It can take care of issues that cause blood clotting in your body. Take cholesterol for example. How do we have high cholesterol in our body? Well, food is one way of getting it. But secondly is our own body produces cholesterol when we have internal swelling. Internal swelling leads to heat, and heat damages our veins and our blood vessels. So our body produces cholesterol to coat the veins and the arteries to keep the heat from doing damage to those arteries. So now all of a sudden your body and your food produces all this cholesterol. Now you've got arteries that are getting clogged up. Okay? If your immune system is healthy, it keeps the swelling in your body minimal. And so your body does not create the extra cholesterol. And then your veins don't get clogged up as often. Of course, you still have to eat fairly healthy, but you don't have the other source going into it.
Do you take that regularly, or is it a regime, or just when you get sick?
I do it as a dietary supplement.
Okay.
Just like I would take a vitamin.
Does it say the bottom?
Yeah. Yeah. It's concentrate. Yeah. And you can take it every day. It's only like 1/8 of a teaspoon, so it's very concentrated, very small amount. So you can dissolve it in the stuff that we use. You can dissolve into a cup of coffee. It's water soluble. So, or you can just put it on your tongue and wash it down. That's what my wife and I do. We just put it on our tongue and wash it down. Yes, sir.
What is the difference between the Pacific Rim people and us as far as age goes? I mean, you say
they live longer. They live longer on average. Now, China, no, because China is polluting their country like we did in the early, 20th century. Yeah, they're destroying their ecosystem. Their water supply is awful. But you go to Japan, you go to Taiwan, you go to Vietnam, you go to Thailand. These people are healthy and stay healthy for long periods of time.
Now, what's the difference?
They do the natural. What's the difference in age? I don't know the exact numbers, but I know they live several years longer on average than we do. So, when you go to the hospital, they always tell you that if you're going to be in the hospital and you're going to have an actual surgery, and you're going to stay for more than 2 or 3 days, you have a 75% chance of having an infection before you leave that hospital. You know, if you have this stuff in your system, get your immune system strong before you go into the hospital, then your body has a chance to kick out some of those bacteria that gets introduced to you at the hospital. You would think the hospital is the cleanest place on earth, but it's some of the dirtiest place on
Do you
earth.
ever take this on a regular basis to get it in your system?
No, it's in your system. If you take this stuff, we take it on an empty stomach, 20 minutes before we eat. You don't have to. You can eat it during the meal. But if you'll take it 20 minutes before you eat, it's in your system within 5 minutes.
There's no residual effect. It doesn't stay in your system. If you quit taking it today, it won't be in there tomorrow. It washes out.
Yeah.
Because your white blood cells are remade every so many hours.
Yeah.
So it goes out when they die, I guess. When the ones ingest it, it goes out with them.
Yeah, because I take a lot of supplements, my wife's R&D, so
Yeah.
a lot of natural stuff.
Right.
Yep. But a lot of the stuff that you take is to treat symptoms again. You know, This is so you don't have the symptoms to begin with. This is for immune health, to keep you from being sick to begin with. I haven't bought a cough drop. I haven't had NyQuil. I haven't had a shot or a pill of antibiotics. I haven't had anything in over 3 years. And that's why I want to get out here and start talking to people. And it's just amazing.
I gotta run you through the high schools, the junior highs.
Well, my wife's a teacher.
Oh, there you go, you're doing it all.
She has been sick. She just came down with something about a week ago. Was going through the school. She felt a little something in the back of her throat. She started taking this stuff 2 times a day instead of once for 2 days, and it was gone.